episode 1 with the CrossFit Zulu coaching crew. Got Bongs, Bobs, Lloydo, and Bruno.
What's your name?
And Craig. Yeah, so I think we'd kick things off. Bobs, how did the pair up to throwdown go? Yeah?
Well, no, it went very well. Had Carl Rimmer as my partner. Lloyd did mention that one's going to be the hammer, one's going to be the nail. I was definitely the hammer. Lloyd, yes. Is that derogatory?
No.
Yeah, I pushed him basically. Carl, you got to step up your game, boy. Everyone else?
What did you guys think of pair up to throwdown? Like it's first time they're doing it at CrossFit. What did you think of?
I mean, obviously it was pretty tough. It's quite a high volume workout, but it had gymnastics, monostructural, and weightlifting in it. So all around, pretty much bang on CrossFit.
Yeah, I think it's super cool that CrossFit are starting to do a lot more things like involving affiliates, boxes, like having more comps throughout the year that bring people together. And for smaller boxes like us, it's a way for us to market and bring new members in to test it out, which I think is super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we had 5 or 6 new drop-ins throughout Friday doing the workout, which is cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So open CrossFit Games. We had 46 members take part, and I think it was an awesome turnout for the box. What were your guys' thoughts?
Did we get any more members from that?
Yeah, I think we picked up maybe like 8
Geez,
that have held on,
cool.
which is, I mean, the Open's such a cool time to get in new members. The way they promote, how CrossFit promoted in that, it's just an easy way to bring guys in for the first time. Like we put out that video a while back on the Open and what it meant to us and at the box, and I think we nailed it this year. And there's a lot more we can do into the next year.
I also thought it was good that it was shorter.
The 3-week.
Energy and the commitment from the guys, just, those 4th and 5th weeks, guys start falling off maybe, and 3 weeks, you can put that aside and say like, I'm committing to this for 3 weeks, gonna give my best. And then, I think that was a good change.
On the athlete side, like Bruno Bongs, like, do you guys prefer 3 weeks or like is 5 weeks, like getting more competition out of it?
Personally, I do prefer 3 weeks.
3.
Like you said, the last 2 weeks always get a bit long. And like mentally to hold on to something for 5 weeks is quite hard, to compete every week for 5 weeks. And it's like for 5 weeks, that's all you're thinking about. So for 3 weeks, not that I took it too seriously this year, but 3 weeks is better going forward, I think so.
I've done 4 and it's the first time I've finished every single workout.
Yeah, just because you...
Yeah. I'd like to know the stats, like, do Oaks finish, like...
I think they
did a score for every workout.
Actually competed every workout.
Yeah. I did hear that somewhere, like on the CrossFit News and that they had more guys finishing workouts than ever before. And submitting scores and that.
Yeah, so Dave Castro, that out, man.
Also, likewise, 3 weeks was good, Yeah. Because I think we're leaving the world, everything is fast,
It's also cool to have that break between that and the next stage. Take like a mental break and then get into the next stage, which is only 2 weeks or 1 weekend.
Next stage being quarterfinals. We had 4 athletes go through. So Bongs, Bruno, myself, and Suzanne. I think only Bongs, I did some of the workouts, I didn't register. But we all gave it a go. Bongs gave it a full go. What did we, like, I think Lloyd, you can do all our programming and that. What did you think of the workouts for
I mean, it was a big step up, from the Open to the quarterfinals was like a big jump. I mean, just the volume was more intense. The movements were more high skilled. You know, to see 30 muscle ups in a workout in the Open, it's okay, but then you're like, okay, that's not bad. But then he's like 180 GHDs. I don't know how many pistol squats.
I mean, even Rich Froning said that was a lot.
Yeah. And then, you know, I don't know what the percentage is. I'm sure CrossFit will know more, but like, how many guys are snatching 85 kilos 4 reps?
Yeah.
And a high speed workout, you know, that's like...
Oh, geez, that's insane.
Huh?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It was definitely there to split
separate.
Yeah, I do think going into semis, you need a big step up in the programming, which was provided.
Yeah.
Just going back to the Open, I mean, I just want to go back on some of our members. Like, we've got a massive variety of members, starting with like teens, like guys that are, I mean, Adam is grade, I don't want to get it wrong.
He's 11.
Like 11 years old.
Yeah.
And then we have some of our older members at like in their 60s and that, smashing it. Like, we had Rolf sitting in Africa, like top 10 in Africa, first 2 events. Which I think, which is super cool to see. Like, we've got members competing like in their fields, but like at the top of the game.
That's cool.
I think it also gives the box a bit more energy. Like when you put it on the group, like Rolf's sitting 5th in Africa, like everyone's pumped for the next week.
Well, it's one of CrossFit's values is inclusivity. So I mean, especially now with Eric Rosa taking over, I think it's cool how they've got that adaptive class and how they're just bringing that culture into CrossFit, that inclusivity. I dig it so much.
Yeah, there's been a huge change in CrossFit.
Going back to Rolf, it's like you said, it gets everyone's energy going, because if he can do it at his age, anyone can do it. He can keep pushing,
Don't tell him he's 70, bro. If you watch him, 61.
But it is like, I use Rolf as an example all the time to guys. Like, I have guys coming in, I'm too old, I can't do this. I'm like, just come and watch this guy move in the box.
Especially where he came from, It's crazy.
I think we're going to be putting something cool out about him in the next few weeks.
That'll be cool.
It'll be cool. Back to quarterfinals. Anything else on those workouts? I think I only tried 2 or 3 of them. Me and Bong spent the morning here filming and doing it. But I think it's cool because the Open you get like exposed to weaknesses. And if you're able to go in and do quarterfinals, that's like, for me, it was like, I'm way behind anything that I ever thought I was. And I think for all of us, it's just like testing them out. And you just see how far and how much volume you have to do to be where those top guys are.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, but that's, obviously that's like CrossFit as a sport versus CrossFit.
As like, community, definitely.
You know, if you're going to run 100 meters with Usain Bolt, you can't be running anything less than 10 seconds, you know. So you can't just put your track spikes on and expect to be at that level. Those guys are training day in, day out. So, but it was cool to see, like, actually, for me, the coolest thing was seeing from the quarterfinals, just like what people are capable of. Like, you know, because it was this year or maybe late last year where the guy did 5-minute mile and 400-pound back squats. You know, those kind of things you would think that you would have to train specifically for running, and then your lifting would deteriorate, or train specifically for lifting and then your running will deteriorate. But to see guys slowly building up the capacity on all levels is that's what's been super impressive from this year. It's like every year it's like another level and another level. Guys are, I mean, like Travis Mayer, he did, I don't know what it is in kilos, but 350 pounds for a triple squat clean. It's like
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting under like 140 kgs and I felt my back was just snapping.
Did you guys did that the GHD workout, eh? Did you?
Bongs did.
How are your abs off? COVID's already congested the hospital. Now exposed like to red mode.
Yes, and like it's test number. It was test number 4, isn't it? Yeah, because yes. In my mind, I was thinking, hey, can I clean up? But the time was ticking because you have to submit it before the day.
Yeah.
So yes, I love the support because we're at the outside
in the sun.
Yeah.
Welcome to Africa.
There was no sound there, but the guys end up switching on the radios on the cars and all the stuff, cool. Which was good. And the support, come on, bombs, get on. Yeah, it was a good wake up there.
I think the CrossFit Mayhem did all 3 or whatever in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did everything in 24 hours.
That is insane.
Crazy.
Okay, so leading now, semi-finals is around the corner. I think, when's that? You're going through to
2 weeks
judge.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you stoked to go and judge in that?
Yeah, I mean, it's always an exciting exciting event to go to. And it's, I've been a part of it now since 2015. So it's the same as CrossFit, honestly, because every year they just step it up a level. And the guys doing the programming, I mean, Chris Oman, they're from Cape CrossFit. Like, he's a legend in CrossFit in general, like full stop.
Yeah.
Never mind, just CrossFit in Africa.
Yeah.
And some of the workouts that we saw in 2019 were like of the semi-finals or whatever it was called then, sanctionals, were some of the best programmed workouts. So looking forward to...
He's a clever guy.
I did my level 1 with him.
Yeah,
I'm sure
he's done the majority. I mean, a couple weeks ago, did my level 2 with him. And he was saying then how they're getting ready for semi-finals and that. And there were 2 guys there that are competing in the semis from CrossFit Pretoria, one of the guys. And Chris was telling him, like, be prepared. I'm not going easy. And I think guys that program, like Chris programming for an event, I think they get motivated, like, to try and see if they can put a better program out there or workouts than Dave Castro. Like, there's that competition they try to
If they have any Cape CrossFit guys in their top 10, we know there's match fixing.
No, I mean, that just speaks to the fact that Fittest in Cape Town was chosen over, because I think there were 2 or 3 other events in Africa. It speaks a lot to the programming and what just the product that they're putting out there and the well-roundedness of the tests that they put out. So every year at that event, you get inspiration for your own programming, and you see that it's nice to be right there, seeing the top level guys, and
it's going to be I think a cool contest to see who goes through.
Yeah.
So I think some good competition. Like, I don't think we can nail down who's going through straight away. I think anyone can really can pull it out the bag.
Can I you go.
I'd love to go and watch it.
Yeah.
CrossFit Zulu is sponsoring, so. Just take it a step back. How do you become a judge?
You find Chris's home address and just send him parcels. No, every year they try to bring in the same guys. So normally an email will go out, or this year they did it an online survey thing, and then as much as possible keeping the same guys, because then you have consistency within the team and stuff, and you have to have certain standard, you have to have level 1, and if you within the first 1 or 2 events, if you're not to their level, then they'll just put you on a different task.
So basically, we got no chance.
I've competed there also.
I mean,
that's a privilege, right?
It's pretty cool to be there. But every year you try to just show up, give your best, and hope that you get invited back.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because I've judged the soak and I've miscounted that. I'm so discouraged. I was like, yes, I suck at this.
Don't worry, that only happened once in the live open announcement as well. So, you know, when you're under pressure.
That guy's no longer with us. I'm joking.
But I mean, you were going to say from your experience.
No, like Chris runs a proper well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it's a tight ship.
Doing so many comps, and like that one is always, you know, that the quality of judging, quality of everything is just going to run smoothly. And it makes going to an event so much more enjoyable as well.
I think in South Africa, it's the only event that's like a proper event. Like you go, I remember going down, I think when you were competing, but we went down with some of the guys to go and watch, and everything.
2019,
everything's just run like on time, nothing's off.
Perfect,
You see Chris running around like a crazy man, but
so he gets his in for the year.
Actually, I saw a post from him that he put up saying like now that semi-finals is here and he's prepping for it, he has no time to train at all. So he's like doing like this type of 20-minute training whenever he can. But it just shows like a guy that's dedicated to so much training and that to now say he's got no time in 24 in a full day. Because how much effort he's putting in.
The product he puts out is great.
So that should be super cool. I'm sure there'll be ways of us watching it via streaming and that sort of stuff. But super excited about that. And just on Cape CrossFit, I see they open another box in Somerset West or.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's their third box now.
Yeah,
so Chris is really
and he doesn't sleep.
3 boxes.
It'd be cool to have him on here one day.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, also just like Africa is such a small community compared to the rest of the world. But going through Fittest in Cape Town as a qualifying event, you know that the guys who make it through that deserve to be at the games. It's not.
You've gone through 3 stages. Like if you can get through the open quarterfinals and then go there for a weekend and come out number 1, you do deserve to be at the games. So games. I think we're all pretty excited to see what's going to happen now with Matt Fraser stepping down. I think it's completely open. Like everyone's saying Noah Olsen's it's his time, but I honestly think it's like anyone. There's so many athletes that are wanting that spot. What are your thoughts?
I'm backing Noah.
I think I'm probably like 80% backing him. Where before it was like 99% Fraser's going to win.
No, Noah's been going for how many years now? So I think he's gotten close enough a few times. So I think it always sucks coming first the first year after someone's retired because it's like, what would you win if they were there? But my money stood on him.
Nice.
I mean, I think the guys who were top 5 last year all have an incredible chance. You know, like Sam Quant's looking good, Noah Olsen's looking good, Justin Medeiros looking good. I just think that winning this year is cool. And like Bruno said, when there's an open spot at the top, somebody has to take it. So, you know, there's always going to be that question, would you win? Well, the person's not there. So if they got injured, would you ask the same question? You know, or just because they're retired doesn't mean the competition stops. If you win a gold medal at the Olympics, do you look at the guy who was in 1964 and like, if he was here. So if you win, it's legitimate. You won. But the thing is, do you think anyone's going to win 2 in a row or you know, have that consistency like Matt Fraser and Rich Froning had? Because they for 10 years dominated. Like,
what are your thoughts if Rich Froning came back? Obviously, we all saw if he submitted his final score.
He can't come back. Because if he comes back now, then the whole narrative is going to be like, you were scared of Matt.
Yeah,
You retired because Matt
I'm
was
not
there.
saying that, but
Yeah.
just like if he had to come back, do you think he would win the games? If it was,
I would think.
You'd have a good
I think
chance.
he would make himself win the game.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let anyone else win.
I think he will be top 5.
No, definitely.
Huh?
I think he will be top 5.
Yeah, returning.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
of
he'll
course.
win.
There's a random guys there.
yeah.
I'm in the same division as him, Masters. 35 to 40. So see you there next year, Matt. Rich. Yeah, but my money's on Jeffrey Adler. I got money on that Canadian bugger.
Right?
Yeah, it's-
No one's mentioned him. So I'll
Yeah.
see. You'll see. Yeah.
I think we also, I mean, you said the top 5 last year, but you also forget all the old school, not say old school guys, but like all the experienced people, like
Panchenko.
Fikowski and
Sweden Horner as well.
all of those old guys that didn't make it last year, and they're gonna come back hungry as well.
Pat Bell now.
Yeah,
With their like careers slowly coming to an end in a sense, like competitive, maybe 2, 3, 4 years left. They definitely know they need to give it everything now. Or
but you say that, but then also look how old is Rich now. How old
Yeah,
is
I
he?
guess.
He's like
Yeah.
31, 32.
You can
No,
and
Matt's also-
my age. It's 34.
yeah.
serious,
Uh-huh.
you
1987
just
now.
gave your age
keep
away.
Keep
I'm older than
going.
him, like, wiser. And I still got my hair, Rich.
And then the ladies division, like I honestly think no one's going to stop her. Tia Claire, but
Going for
I mean,
5 as
eh?
well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Do you
gonna
think
be
she'll
pretty much.
retire after 5? Do you think
I don't know.
retire with
She's
Matt?
gonna go 6. She's gonna be
I think there's big rivalry there.
Yeah.
Big rivalry.
It'll be fun to see. I mean, because she has exactly the same, like 2 seconds and then 4
Yeah.
firsts.
She's just an incredible athlete. Like you compare her to the guys, and I mean, she wins in the ladies. She wins everything and all the events. Like if you throw swimming, running, climbing, whatever,
Yeah.
she's gonna be top on the
She's
podium.
well-rounded,
Like,
yeah.
she's world class.
Yeah. But I mean, who's going to come second then?
Yeah.
The girls' field is always so up and down. Though. It's
Yeah.
never like 1, 2, 3 or whatever. So you never really know.
A lot of youngsters in the ladies division. Like there's that 16-year-old that
Oh, yeah.
came like second.
Emma Carey
Yeah.
and...
Oh, yeah, I think they'll dominate.
Hayley Adams, I think
Yeah.
she's got a good
Yeah, good
chance
one
with
to watch.
having Rich as a coach. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw. Was it in the Open? Like the top percent were all following programming from Mayhem.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
it's like he's doing something well.
But I think there'll be an influx of proven,
Yeah, that's true.
Shane Orr.
And then games. So like we've seen a massive change in like the games and obviously CrossFit, and now we see new sponsor being Noble, which I think is super cool. Like Reebok's dominated. There we go. Reebok's dominated the whole way through. What do you guys think of like a new sponsor?
I mean, yeah, it's just like Reebok already had all of the gear and then they just added CrossFit to it, where Noble is coming from CrossFit.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of growing with the sport.
They're part of the community, and I think
Yeah.
that was their biggest decision with them. It's like
Yeah.
you're not bringing an outsider in, like
Yeah.
you're bringing someone from the community to be a part of like the
Yeah.
bigger stage.
Yeah.
And I also think from a business point of view, I think the prize money is more now. They're giving out more prize money than Reebok did, and yeah, I think it's definitely gonna.
It's
the
going to
sport's
grow the
definitely gonna grow
sport.
big
Yes.
time.
Have you seen what they charge for their shoes, bro? They got plenty of money to give back to athletes.
Yeah, just I want to get sponsored. I dig their shoes though, so
No, they do make good stuff. But, yeah.
I've mailed them to become a
sponsor.
distributor, yeah, but
Influencer.
what bad? Like, who are you, bro? I'm Bobby, bro. What the hell?
And that's a wrap on episode 1. Super keen to see what else we've got in store. If you did enjoy that, please go and like and follow our pages. And we'll see you back at the next one.